watching Retro Myrtle Beach Guy. So we're back here with our pal, Radioactive Tiki, and we're going to talk about his trip to the Great White North.
Our country reeks of trees, our yaks are really live.
Tell us where you went, Teeks.
2,000 miles. We traveled for Tiki. We made it all the way up to Montreal, Canada. Bunch of fun stops along the way, but yeah, did the math, and 2,000 miles all the way to Snowbird Tiki bar in Montreal, Quebec.
So first stop, where was the first stop?
First stop, halfway, undisclosed location called Fugu Lounge.
Fugu Lounge.
Friend Steve and Dana. It was a little bittersweet though. The Fugu Lounge is no more. I'm sad to say, a day or two after we visited, it was disassembled and will be moved to Arizona.
Oh, they're moving?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish you hadn't said Phoenix.
Wow.
So Fugu Lounge 2.0, it's on the horizon. But, you know, I don't know when.
I feel like this is a warning for things that have their merchandise appearing in our movies at this point now, right? You wore a Fugu Lounge t-shirt in one of the movies.
Fugu Lounge made it into Retro Myrtle Beach Guy, the movie. Yeah.
Well, let's keep Sorrow Drowner in our prayer.
Yeah, sure, hope so.
God. Because, we were just talking about that. The original Hoa, which is Mitsuwa now, is closed, being disassembled. It's the historic Chinese restaurant that we filmed the first movie at. So anytime it seems that we film something somewhere, it seems to be a harbinger of doom. So Fugu Lounge, you got to see it off, maybe in its glory.
Yep, and a bunch of rum on its way out. It was good. Steve made this great cocktail. It was actually made just for them by my friends over at Castaway Lounge. They made a rum barrel drink, and it was really interesting. It had some like lychee in it. Very unique spin on a rum barrel. It was fantastic.
While undisclosed, you can give us a general idea of where they were living, right?
Yes, yeah. A secret location outside of the capital of the United States.
Yeah, it's the DC area. I was actually bummed because when we went through, we didn't get to stop by, but fans of the show, right? So you always got a good shout out to the Fugu Lounge and all that folks.
Wonderful people.
Saw that off. Where was our next stop then? Home or?
We got back on the road and we traveled to a beautiful garden state of New Jersey.
Ah.
Yeah. So we made it to New Jersey. We hung out with some good friends at the Lucchini Lounge. Mr. Justin Cristaldi and his wonderful wife Annie. Justin writes for Exotica Modern magazine. He has his own YouTube channel too. He's a big tiki guy. And
do you know the name of said channel?
Tiki Triangle. Tiki Triangle is his YouTube channel, and it's also the name of his book, which is a wonderful book. Go get it at tikitriangle.com. It's fantastic.
Lucchini, did I get that right?
Yep.
What was that place like?
Well, we went out to dinner together. We went to Lee's Hawaiian Islander, of course.
The historic Lee's.
Yeah, one of the last great tiki palaces on the East Coast. It is for sale. I thought last year was going to be the last time.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, but they're holding out for big bucks, so I was happy to go visit one more time.
They should.
Yeah, I think it's on MLS for $2.3 million.
It's not bad for Jersey.
Yeah. Sad thing though, it's probably just going to get knocked down.
Yeah.
Turn
into a breakfast place.
Yeah, or a Rite Aid or.
Radioactive Tiki here. How many years have you been doing this?
Like 100 or 200 years.
But traveling around, going to tiki
Oh,
bars.
you know, I had a passion for tiki for longer than I knew what tiki was. I thought I liked Polynesian restaurants, and then my Polynesian restaurant shut down in COVID. And started looking up replacements and realized a lot of people like this crazy stuff just as much as I do, and they were calling it tiki. So
about maybe 4 years or so.
Yeah, really traveling 4 years because you know when you lose something, you know you kind of chase after stuff like it. So since Chan's Dragon Inn closed, I've been trying to visit as many places as we can while they're still there.
Right. So you go around, you obviously you visit all the establishment tiki places, especially the classic and historic ones. But last Christmas you went to Trader Vic's in London before it closed.
Yeah, the week before Trader Vic's London closed, we got to go. It was open for 59 years, and now it's a steakhouse.
Ah, so that'll last. Steakhouses, we could always use more of those.
I don't know if it's still open as a steakhouse, but it certainly would have been if it was Trader Vic's still.
Well, and then you went to the Netherlands after that?
Yeah, we went. There was we were on a train tour through Switzerland, and we stopped in a place in Zurich. There were a couple of tiki bars in Zurich that were really cool.
Crazy. And then so you go from there to now. Mine is a far cry from some of the places that you've seen, but like the Golden Pterodactyl, you visit all people's home tiki bars as well?
Yeah, we've been fortunate to be invited to a lot of home tiki bars, all over the East Coast. Been to some really beautiful places, and I have to say some of the best tiki bars are the ones in people's houses.
They're insane, some of them. I follow most of them on Instagram, but it's weird how somehow people who get paid professionally to do this can't keep up with home hobbyists in the slightest. We went to, and it's such a novice entry-level tiki bar, but obviously we went to Sam's Grog Grotto at Disney World for our honeymoon. And yeah, these are Disney Imagineers who I only imagine the 6 digits, right?
You'd imagine.
Yeah, they don't pay the people in the suits much, but I imagine that the guys that are designing these parks probably get paid pretty well, and they aren't keeping up with home hobbyists.
They sure did.
And it was gorgeous, and that's the thing. These are just hobbyists who are doing it for fun at home.
Yeah, half of it's made out of foam, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, because you gotta hang it, a lot of times, so you want everything to be real lightweight.
Unfortunately, some of the vintage places are disappearing. The home bars are popping up everywhere more and more. I think especially since COVID and kind of that lockdown culture where you realized you had to be able to have a good time in your own house.
Yeah, or having a baby and not being able to go anywhere anymore.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. New Jersey, and what was our next stop then?
So after New Jersey, we went to New York City. And we hung out with another great couple that has a beautiful home tiki bar called Rita's Lost Weekend, Johnny and Shayna. And we checked out Paradise Lost, which is a really over-the-top new, cocktail bar in New York City. Right, it's like a tropical hell. It is very themed after, it's kind of like got a horror vibe.
And the drinks are named thusly.
Yeah, there's like Beelzebub.
Yeah, a lot of devil themes in the drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, the drinks were good.
Which is fun. We love a good theme. I'm
Yeah.
always down for a good theme.
Yeah, it was fun. Some of the best bartenders too.
Nice.
So it was really nice to experience, and it was great to hang out with Johnny and Shayna. It was a lot of fun. So after New York City, we hung out with some family and friends, and then we made our way up to Lake George. We went up to Lake George for a tiki event. It was Ohana Luau at the Lake. It's run by the Fraternal Order of Moai. They raise a lot of money for scholarships on Easter Island, Rapa Nui. So it's a party, but it's with a purpose, and it was a great time. Always good to hang out with my fellow Moai.
Yeah. That's another thing is besides the the professional public tiki bars and the private home tiki bars, they also have like tiki cons essentially, right?
Yeah, they have like weekenders, you know, so you'll show up on a Thursday or Friday and there'll be an event that's all sorts of fun tiki stuff all weekend, and, you know, usually head back on Sunday.
Very cool. And so you guys will get like room rates on a hotel, and all the events happen at the hotel.
Yeah, they'll do a room block, so you get like a discount, and you buy a ticket to the event, and it includes all sorts of shenanigans and tomfoolery and damn fool-boobery.
And that probably brings a lot of revenue to local hotels, doesn't it?
Myrtle Beach. Would be nice.
We have been discussing trying to get together with some of these organizers before to hopefully eventually get something like that going here. But yeah, because people are always looking for a good excuse to come to Myrtle Beach, and I mean, while my tiki bar is pretty cool, it's not enough to draw people from out of state and or fit more than two. So yeah,
But there's a new one I heard. It's going to be opening up in Myrtle Beach soon.
That's right. Tell us more about the Jade Dragon.
The Jade Dragon Inn. That's our home tiki bar name, and it is under construction right now, but it's coming along. And you know, we're definitely going to have to do a grand opening. Get all sorts of people from the Tiki Carolinas community to come down here.
And that's the thing too, is that there is a tiki community. Like there are people even around in Wilmington and
Durham, Raleigh.
Right, and you have the the Royal Caftan Society.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in this scene right in the area, and a lot of money to be made.
We're fun to be had.
But yeah, so you know, it'll be cool to try to get stuff like this going. So from there, where was our next stop?
After Lake George, we made it all the way to the Great White North. We crossed the border into Canada. We went to visit a friend of ours, one of the most renowned tiki carvers that I'm impressed with. A guy named Sebastian. He goes by Tiki Door on Instagram. And we met him at the Snowbird Tiki bar in Montreal.
So it's a big scene in Montreal, the tiki.
You know, it was a great tiki bar.
It was you and him.
It was us. So he was happy we made the trip. Apparently, you know, not too many Polynesiacs make their way up north. So he was real happy to see us. We had a great time.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he took us all around the tiki bar and showed me, you know, his carvings and, you know, the ones that he first did, and, you know, how he kind of changed his style, and, you know, I thought they were all good.
People who may not know, most of the tiki culture in America really is post World War II, right? There's a lot of
there's
soldiers coming back, and what was that musical?
South Pacific.
Yeah, South Pacific. I have the record. It influenced a lot of the tiki culture coming to America, and Myrtle Beach. I mean, literally, this used to be an Air Force base. That's why we had so many Polynesian-themed hotels, restaurants. I mean, all we have left is Waikiki Village, basically, right now. But there was Hawaiian Village. I mean, celebrities and stuff
Yeah,
used to
there
come
was
out here.
there was a Hawaii Kai hotel here.
Yeah, I mean, Myrtle Beach used to
Yeah.
be a tiki capital, especially of the East Coast. There really wasn't a whole lot of other
No, there was a lot here.
hubs of
Yeah,
tiki.
the Hawaiian Village was a big one here. They also had another one in Florida. but
At
there was one
Hawaiian
here.
Village, if you were getting there, it was usually a big Cadillac parked out front just to show off how cool everything was. But there were girls with flower leis that would like welcome you to the hotel and everything. They would have a dinner show with dancing and drums and music and all this stuff.
We still have that in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, we do. We have the Polynesian Fire Luau show, which is nice, and honestly, it does have those old dinner show vibes, which is great.
I've always gotten laid when I went to the Polynesian Fire show. Always.
And we do have a video of that as well. Me and Tiki both took the wives, and we spent a night at Holiday Shores Retro Motel right around the corner there, so it's a nice way to spend a weekend. But yeah, this used to be a hub for that culture, and sadly, it's kind of just vanished.
If you let yourself, you'll have a good time.
And it's one of those things too that if you take it too seriously, then people just roll their eyes at you, which is nice.
You know, if this is what you really enjoy, you probably don't take yourself too seriously. It's all a fantasy and escape, and the goal is to enjoy yourself and to have company and have people that enjoy themselves with you, and they have quaff. It's like a professional partiers. They do it right.
So while you were gone, we had the Good Vibes Surf Shop surf competition. So I got out there, saw our boy Tommy and some
Tommy Coconuts.
some of the top surfers in town take a crack at it. So that was a lot of fun. Also had some friends in town who visited, so that was nice.
Okay.
Alright, and the $10,000 question is, are they all swingers?
There's a lot of pineapples, but they're not upside down.
Yeah, there's not going to be any pressure to stick around after the party. Or
Maybe it's because I go to bed too early. I don't know.
Maybe. We're getting up there.
When the party is over and the laughter is through,
This has been a Spineset and Edict production.
But that, that's something else that just vanished, as well as many other, social things. What is happening? Society is collapsing.
Hey, neighbors.
Editing all of this out.